right, fourth graders, it's performance task day. That means you'll have the opportunity to show what you know based on the learning for the week. And this week, the learning was all about decimal and fraction relationships. So, our I can statement for today is I can identify decimal and fraction equivalents using a number line. Yes, we're sticking with the same learning target. It's just that this time, this task, we're going to focus primarily on the number line. So grab your pencil and paper and let's get started. Here's our task for today. Katia drew this number line. She said, Trey, can you find one decimal between 2500s and 7500s? Trey said, I can find more than one. What decimals do you think Trey found? Show the decimals and fractions on the number line that Trey may have found and justify your thinking about why each is correctly placed. Explain your thinking using pictures, numbers, or symbols. Pause the video, give it some thought, write your answers on your paper, and when you are ready, be sure to justify your answer and then press play to reveal possible solutions. Guess what, boys and girls? I would love for you to share your work. Which decimals and fractions did you correctly place on the number line before seeing the possible solutions? I would love to see. If you are able, use the QR code or type in the web address on your computer to snap a picture of your number line or to even just write about it. Okay? Once you're in Padlet, click the red button. An example of that red button is shown here. Click the red button to begin. Once more, to show your work, you can either scan the QR code or type in this web address. Once you're in Padlet, you're going to click the red button to begin. You can either take a picture by holding it up to your webcam, or you can just write about your number line. Thanks. Can't wait to see your work. What did you come up with? Well, let's take a look at one possible solution. Keep in mind there are several. This is just one possible solution. What do you think? Are they correctly placed? Well, we know 1/4 is 2500ths. 2/5, I remember, 1/5 was 20 hundredths, so 2/5 must be 40 hundredths or 4/10. So that comes somewhere in between 25 hundredths and 50 hundredths. I know that this is 1/2 because 1/2 is in between 25 hundredths and 75 hundredths. Well, if we keep moving, 3/5 is greater than 1/2. So that has to come in between 50 hundredths and 75 hundredths. Okay? Can even use a picture to represent my 4/10. This is just one possible solution and ways to justify the correct placement on the number line. Let's take a look at another example. Here's an example using tenths. Once again, 1/4 is equal to 25 hundredths. 3/4 is equal to 75 hundredths. Well, if I do 4/10, I know that's 4/10. That has to come before. It's less than 1/2 or 5/10, but it's greater than 25 hundredths. Oh, well, 5/10 is in the middle. That's half. Okay? And 7/10, that's closer to the whole. So it has to be somewhere between 50 hundredths and 75 hundredths. So this is why 7/10 was placed here. Again, this is just another possible solution and a way to justify your answer. So what do you think? What did you come up with? Awesome. Well, I hope you've had a great time justifying your answers and learning all about fraction and decimal equivalents. For this lesson, our goal or our target was to identify decimal and fraction equivalents using a number line. And I think you successfully completed that task. Once again, I hope you have enjoyed learning about decimals and fractions this week. We started by decomposing or breaking down a whole into tens. We moved into identifying decimal and fraction relationships. We even learned a bit about pieces, parts, and portions. Then we identify the relationships between decimals and fractions and focus primarily on the fifths. So hope you've had an awesome time learning about decimals and fractions. Until the next time, take care.